Hello everybody, I thought I'd do a quick video on Valentine clings and how easy they are to make. And I store mine in between freezer paper so I can keep them from year to year. So if you want to go ahead and make them ahead of time while you've got a few minutes, I'm going to give you a quick tutorial how to do that. You'll see some like what's on the screen. Oops. And the easiest way I found to do it in Cricut Design Space is to be a member of Access. So I'm going to start with a new screen and see if we want to replace. Well, let's just save what we've got on there. It's really quite simple. I pulled up the word Valentine when I went to insert image, and I didn't get near as much as when I went to cartridges. And I'll show you the difference very quickly. If my computer would go ahead and save. I'm doing some other work in the background, and so it's probably going to take a moment. I keep telling everybody my mistakes. You learn from my mistakes. And this is probably one of them. There we go, project saved. So we're starting a new one. We're going to go to images, and immediately you're going to have your images highlighted. Okay, and now we're loading. Okay, and it's going to come up with a lot of Valentine images. Oops, what was that about? Okay. You could use any of these. You could actually use this card to make a cling. Ooh, I like that one. I didn't find that one earlier. I bet I would have searched heart. I might have. Okay, but you've got all these just when you come into images because that's the time of year it is. Okay. When I type in Valentine and do a search, I get 250 results, and some of them are paid for. Of course, I could filter that out, or you'd have to pay for them, I should say. Okay, what I did to make what I was doing a little bit quicker is I went to cartridges, still having the word Valentine in here, and it pulled up all these cute ones, and I decided, well, this one has 52 images, let's just pull it up. And so that's all I'm looking at, and because it has an A up here, it tells me that because I'm an Access member with Cricut, that I don't have to pay anything to get any of these images. So that's the one I'm going to choose. And I'm just going to go ahead and click on some of these images. I didn't do that one a while ago. I'll do that. And I love this X's and O's. Now some you have to remember with cleans, you're usually working with just one layer. And so you've got to consider the layers. Okay, let's start off with those. And sometimes I end up with more than I actually chose. We're going to select all of these when they come up. And we're going to align them to the left. We could align them at the top. It's all in which way you want to work. Oh, and they went to that selected area. Okay, another mistake. I do that at a different time. Okay, so we've got to literally go in here and place all these. Okay, now this ended up being something else. So I'm going to go ahead and close that one out. I don't want all that. You might, but I don't. That was a greeting card, and I would have had to splice and I'm wanting something simple. Clean should be simple. And your colors are limited. There is a way to get around that, and that's by putting it on another layer of maybe vinyl. You could put the cling behind the vinyl. I think Annie Tay has a video doing that. And the cling would come right off of the glass. But you would still have that vinyl stuck to the cling material so that you could have more than one color. And that's a great idea. Absolutely great idea. But if you're wanting just something quick and simple, maybe for a classroom or your windows at home for your children, then one color is good. And maybe for an advanced person, they could go in here, they could use the same one, same layouts. But because this is a tutorial for a beginner, then we're just going to make it simple. Simpler the better. I'm just trying to get them right now where we can see them all. And you know what I didn't think about? I can do this a lot quicker if the screen is smaller. Okay, here we go. Get them all placed, which you really don't have to do because it's going to do that. I'm just doing it so you visually can see them for the video. And I think we had one more. Let's move it up. Okay. Now, it doesn't matter which one I start with. If I started here, if I select it, then it's going to come up over here in my layers panel. And you can see that it has 3 different colors. There's actually, in the design, there's 5. If I was to get rid of all of them, except for the top layer, then I would have a nice clean layer. You could also do it to where you're cutting out that one and you just have the solid little cupid. Now, if you cut all your clings out, save it, and then cut them out, and then you want to come back and get that second layer for vinyl maybe, then that's when you would put this one, hide it, and then maybe you want this second color on here out of vinyl to stick to it. Then I don't know if I'd do that. I'd do that one, I think, the vinyl to stick on it. And then when you stuck the vinyl on top of it, you would have this image over here. You'd have 2 different colors. Okay? For my clings, I want the outline instead of the solid. But that's up to you on which one you want to do. Okay, we'll leave it solid for right now. Okay, the heart one. Again, we've got 4 different colors. One of them in the same way with the, if you want to just draw these, I'll show you in this one. If you wanted to just draw this little item on a Valentine's card or something, you could hide all of these. Whoops, that one was already hidden. And then you've got your outline that you could use. You could make a little coloring book or greeting coloring card for your children's Valentine class. You wouldn't have to do anything else except hide those and then tell it to cut. And instead of cutting, because this one is a write, when you see that little pen right there, it means it's writing. Then it will do it automatically for you. Okay, on this one, we're going to leave that one showing and have the solid heart with the wings. On this one, when I click on it, okay, we've still got that writing one. That's another one you could do. You could put that around the heart with the wings and attach them and have them write. Putting too many ideas in your head, aren't I? Okay, if I take away, I want to take away these. Actually, all I'm doing is hiding them. And this is what would print on the clean. Okay, same with this one. We hide them all, and then we've got our design. We hide them all, and we've got our design by keeping that one at the top. Now this one, yes, it's going to be the same. Isn't it cute? We all love those little sugar hearts, and that's all they are, sugar hearts. It'd be nice to make several of those and put it around the little Cupid for a window clean. Okay, then we've got this one. All we have to do is hide one, and we've got a design. Now this one I'm not sure. I think if we hide too many, we're going to have no hearts at all. Okay, I'm leaving two of them here, and we've got all these little hearts, but then we're going to make them all the same color by going to Color Sync. And actually, since we're all working with just one color, and it's going to be red for me, okay, there, we've got them all to print out now. I'm still working on this. Oh, we've done the Cupid, so I'll put that up there. Okay, let's do back to layers. February 14th, click on it. Now, we may have a problem here. We definitely want to keep the 14. And do you want to keep February? And then the frame that goes around it. Okay, see what happens there? We take that color out, and then out of the 14, and we've got it right there. That's exactly how it's going to cut. Now, if you wanted to go up and ungroup it, and then take the February and the frame around the February and put it up here, those would print separate. Okay? So think about doing something like that when you're working, because if it had just cut that out, you might not have seen that February very good. Okay, and on this one, we already changed the color, but we want to still get rid of one color so that we have that outline. Or it could be just the opposite. Like I said, these are your choice on which way you want them to look. But if you're just working with one color of cling vinyl, then you want to take all of that into consideration. If you were working with 2 now, I'd go ahead and print these out and then go back and figure out which color you want to put on top of these. If you put them behind it, then it's going to actually stick to the window. So you would want something that you could put behind it, on top of it. And then you would have 2 tones. Because with the window you can see in and see out. So each side's going to look different. But that way you would have 2 tones by doing something like that. You just have to print one as a vinyl, like an adhesive vinyl. Okay? I hope I haven't confused you with all that. We're going to go ahead and save this as Valentine Cleans 2. Whoop. Get my fingers in the right spot. Still not in the right spot. And I click Save. I'm going to share both of these on my Huntress Habits Patreon party page on Facebook. And to become a member of that, all you have to do is become a patron with as low as $1 a month. And all of my files that I do tutorials on, I'd really like to see you learn how to do them on your own. We're beginners helping beginners. But you could, I would already have all of this pulled up for you, and as long as you're an Access member, then all of this would not cost you anything, just your monthly subscription. And like if you're got it for Christmas, your subscription is probably still good. I forget how long they have them right now, or maybe you've just joined for a month and you want to get as much cut from them as possible. You don't have to waste that time going and look for them. I've got it for you. Okay. I will see you in our next video. Have a great day and have a great Valentine's when it comes around. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.